Welcome back to another episode of Anime Tokyo Podcast. I am your host Ayumi, and today I'm with my two co-hosts Neru and Yume.
Hi.
Hi.
Today we will start a monthly manga, manhwa, and manhwa recommendation. It might be something we enjoyed or recently read. We will introduce it and talk a bit about it. There shouldn't be any spoilers, but if we think it might be, we will let you guys know. Sorry ahead of time if we mispronounce any of the characters or the show name. First one I will introduce is a manhwa called I Dream of Health, Wealth, and a Long Life by Chung Sung-ah. 남자랑 요슈아 Galaxy Jellyfish. According to Tapas, the story goes like this. Lady Adriana isn't just a noble woman. She's a side character in Ramona's Tale, the favorite novel of an ill peasant girl who died tragically young. This is her second chance at life, and she's not reliving that tragedy. An evil stepmother is not going to stop her, and Rion slowly gathers handsome companions along the way. The calculated imperial prince, the friendly count, the mysterious brooding demon prince. After all, she is determined to live a long, healthy, and wealthy life. So this manhwa is like those isekai stories where the protagonist reincarnates as the duke's daughter, and I love those types of genres, so I decided to check it out. The story starts off with Adriana, who was pushed off the stairs by her stepsister Sharon, and was supposed to die but survived thanks to the reincarnation into this novel. Now she has memories from her past life and her current life. The novel's protagonist is Adriana's brother named Theodore, and a girl he meets named Ramona. Adriana is just a side character in this novel that was supposed to die early, and Adriana and Theodore are the children of the previous duke, but since he's gone, her stepmother and her daughter, Sharon, who doesn't share the ducal blood, have been harassing Adriana. Her stepmother wants her real son Rudolph to take over the title as the Duke of Crescente, which is why she sent Theodore away to a boarding school. As the story progresses, Adriana tries to find allies who will be the male leads. There are 3 of them actually. First, we have the second prince, Lowenhearts, who Sharon likes and was planning to marry. Lowenhearts would probably marry either Sharon or Adriana depending who became the next duke. And Sharon would get jealous whenever Lowenhearts visits to see Adriana instead of her. Then there is Count Kenneth Relampago, who is a count and the owner of Magnolia Trading House. They first met when Adriana made a deal with him to sell information about a magic stone for money. The last one is the Prince of Demon, Belgardy, who has been helping Adriana a lot, and she resembles his sister who fell in love with a human, but their family opposed them being together since demons and humans don't have a good relationship. His sister died and he felt regretful, so he has been trying to help Adriana as much as he could. It's cute how he says Adriana's more of a sister to him, but I think most of us can tell that he actually likes her. As I was reading the manhwa, it was hard for me to say who Adriana might end up with at first. I felt like they all had like an equal chance at first. My favorite character would probably be like Kenneth, but I feel like Belgardy is won her heart more just because he's always there to save her, and I have been reading more moments of them together. And I guess I'm not sure if this is considered a spoiler or not, but she did take revenge on Sharon, so I guess that was a satisfying conclusion to that part of the story. And speaking of which, there was a mention of Celestial Realm in the story too, and my intuition tells me that Adriana is related to the Celestial somehow. I'm currently up to date with the latest chapter, and I'm excited to see what happens next with Theodore's return. And that's it. Any questions?
Who do you want our main character female lead to be with?
Hard to say. At first I wanted her to be with Kenneth, since he's quite cool. He's really cool and I really like his character design. But looking at the story so far, I feel like she might end up with Belgardy instead. And he's not bad or anything. He's good. I mean, he's always there for her. And he's really dependable.
Is that your favorite guy?
Not really. I still like Kenneth more.
Okay, so this manhwa seems kind of similar to a lot of, I guess, the isekai or harem type manhwa. So what sets this apart for you? Like, what do you like about this manhwa?
Well, like you said, there's a lot of manhwas like this with reincarnations and going to novels. And I think I was just looking for any that was similar to ones like the reason why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. So I guess there isn't really a reason why I especially like it. I just like any that's similar to the genre.
Oh, that's cool then.
Well, up next we have Yuma picking one of her recommendations.
As for me, the one I picked to recommend is To Be or Not to Be, or also known as This Villain Emperor's Gotta Charm the Male Lead to Survive. It is a manhwa, so the Chinese name of it is 穿越成反派要如何活命. It is a BL manhwa. It's more like a shonen eye level type of thing, so it's nothing. It doesn't show anything too explicit. It does, show audience, kind of hinting that something happened. Like they have one panel, they're hugging, kissing on the bed. Next panel, morning, they're hugging each other. We can expect something happened that night, but nothing too explicit in the manhwa.
This is adapted from a novel. The author is Yi, and the artist or the person who illustrated it is Wang Yi.
I haven't read the novel yet, so I can't compare the differences. I'm not sure what may have been skipped or what changes been made to the manhwa.
I'm not sure is the novel explicit or not since I haven't read it.
This is a summary I got off Tapas. So based off what they had, it is Xiao Yuan already died once. Now he's about to do it again. He's been transported from his life as a domineering CEO with a taste for internet novels to the realm of his favorite story. Yuan wakes up as the villainous ruler of the Northern Empire, and he knows exactly who's going to kill him, the male lead, Yan Heching. This brave prince has already vowed deadly revenge after being conquered. Xiao Yuan knows he must change the story's plot to survive, but damn, did the hero always look that good? And yes, the art is beautiful. I love all the characters. I've been told, the manhwa currently is still kind of like an early stage, so we haven't got to like the angsty part of the story yet. There are some parts, where the characters kind of like misunderstood each other, and there have been some conflict. But in a manhwa where I am right now, that have been solved within like maybe 5-6 chapters. It didn't really drag on, so I'm guessing that wasn't too angsty or too dramatic from what I've been told compared in the novel. And usually misunderstanding sometimes have been a whole story, so I'm sure that one misunderstanding that I read in a manhwa was pretty small. I know there's many places you can read it. Some places you officially read it is on Tapas, webcomic, and I think it's also on Manga-toon. So why I like this manhwa is because I feel like the plot so far is pretty good. The beginning part was pretty lighthearted between the characters. It's cute, it's funny. It's funny how the main character just told the male lead, I'm not really the emperor and stuff, and then I think he believed him. I was just like him. Most time I would think like, oh, he's crazy or something like that. But he did it, kind of play along. I guess while work being his bodyguard, he kind of fell for him. And of course, our main character, he isn't like not smart or anything, but he's a bit dense, a little bit naive, but it's pretty cute. And then by the time I got to like around, I think maybe chapter 40 or 50, that's where there's a bit misunderstanding, where the male lead, Yan Heching, his empire comes back and attack our main characters, kingdom, and it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet story. There's a lot of misunderstanding of did he do it on purpose, did he not, does he hate me, does he not hate me, that kind of thing. As I said, that have been resolved quite fast. And right now at the part where they found each other and Yan Hajin confessed to Xiao Yuan, which was pretty sweet. And right now I was pretty happy. But like I said, I've been told later on in the novel it gets very angsty, and that this might be spoilers, so you don't want to hear it, you might want to skip like a minute ahead. So our main character is gonna die, and he's gonna reborn again, or come back alive in another person's body and meet our main male lead. So I'm not sure how that will be, but it's a happy ending. So I haven't got that part yet. As I said, I'm still in the first part of the story. I'm guessing between where the both are still kings. Yeah, right now things are still pretty sweet, lighthearted, comedy, and cute.
Oh, of course, once Yang Haching and Xiao Yuan got back together, of course, they're happy, everything's still lighthearted. But I mean, Xiao Yuan's kingdom was attacked. There's a lot of side characters that were introduced I didn't really talk about, but they have their role in the story. Some of them didn't exactly, have the best ending. So there's some part where you might get emotional for them. There are some really great side characters. Or side stories. I really like his sisters, and who she's gonna fall in love with story too. But yeah, there's a lot of side characters or supporting characters that will be also introduced.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to where the story is gonna take me, and I can't wait to read what's gonna happen in the future that I have, rest of spoilers ahead. So I think the story is pretty interesting, especially if you're into those historical, someone misunderstanding stories and and you like those angsty stories too. This might be one for you to check out. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh wow, that sounds very eventful. So who's your favorite character?
My favorite character? I guess my favorite, if we talk about couple-wise, I do like our main couple, since they're very sweet right now. And Yan Heching, the king from the other kingdom, he's like, he really is willing to sacrifice, everything for him. He's even willing to give up being emperor for him right now. But of course, I was like, you gotta be emperor, you gotta bring prosperity to everyone. So I don't know, right now they're really sweet. I know something tragic is gonna happen soon. So right now, I guess the main couple will be those two. Be my favorite, even though the MC is kind of dense, kind of naive, but he's trying.
There's a whole lot I need to catch up on this one. So, what's your favorite scene in the story?
My favorite scene. I guess my favorite scene would be the latest chapter where it's kind of like where they confess, where Yan Heching can confess to Xiao Yuan, like, I like you, not just as a friend, like he likes him. And at first he was like surprised by all this, like I just turned the emperor the other way, even though he totally did it early on beginning, but he's just too dense to notice that he likes him. And of course, he realized he likes him too. So that's kind of where I am right now. That's my favorite scene, the confession scene.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. Next we have Neru, who's gonna introduce her book.
Yay! Okay, so my manhwa pick is called 她们的故事 by Tan Jiu, also known as SQ 从你的名字开始 or SQ begin with your name. So it's a romantic story of how Qiu Tong and Shun Jing met and fell in love. So this manhwa is a romantic girls love comedy and is super lighthearted. It's more of a feel-good story with little drama and lots of fluff and romance. And the original comic is posted on the author's official Weibo and Tencent Comics, so you can check it out there, Pion. So I really like this manhwa because it's a really soft romantic story with very little angst, and it's just something that I would read when I, don't like suffering the pain of angsty stories, or just want to read a heartwarming story, Pion. The comedy in this manhwa is golden too. There are some chapters that are super funny. It keeps me laughing for so long, Pion. Let's see. Honestly, I think it'd be super hard choosing a character that I really like since everybody is great and they play into the romantic comedy very well. But I'd say that my favorite character would have to be Shunjing, since she's a very carefree girl who works towards her goals very earnestly, and she's also very mischievous, Pion. She's often seen pulling pranks on her classmates and friends, but she's also really romantic. Going on dates with her must be the best, Pion.
Wow, that sounds nice. So can you tell us a little bit more about the setting?
I guess the story is more of like one-shots that kind of pull into the plot. So each chapter, is like something different, but it still has a plot of, Qiu Tong and Shunjing getting together. But most of the time it's just more like one-shots, if I can put it that way. That's the most I can give you without spoiling stuff, since I don't really want to talk much about the chapters if people want to read it.
What do you think about the main couple? About their relationship? It sounds like, they're pretty good together. But, was there any favorite parts? Or any moment you found really sweet? Or memorable?
So I think the main couple is super adorable, since, they aren't the angsty ones and they actually communicate and work together. I guess the moments that I found really sweet were when they were confessing to each other. Oh my god, that was so sweet.
I can understand that. Confession scenes are usually the sweetest.
Yep, aren't they, Pion?
Well, guess that's a wrap up. Those are our 3 recommendations. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe below. Also, feel free to comment what other genre you would like us to do a review on. Bye!
Thanks for watching, Pion. See you next week.
Bye! See you guys next week.